Hello and welcome back to another game between DraCoNT and Fedex. We have Frank's War this time. We have two players really close. Look at this, Xing already. DraCoNT asking for safe, but I don't think it's gonna be, because I saw that the game did not go for like only a few seconds. And DraCoNT saying let's play. Actually, check for bugged resources here. 2 sheep inside for Fedex. He's got 4 sheep here. Does he have 2 more in the bag? I guess that's 2 here. No, where's they're outside. Okay, well, this is his sheep. That means those 3 deer and the 2 sheep here belong to DraCoNT actually. DraCoNT should have more sheep inside, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One being taken already, 6. That's all right. And almost bugged here, but it's open, so DraCoNT can actually access the back base here. Really nice for him. This boar is terrible though, and DraCoNT can see it, but how long is it going to be to take that one? He could send a sheep here to block the boar for one time, but I think either it's a sheep, the scout, or loom. One of those 3. This boar is really terrible, and he's not going to be able to cut this open. No chance to be in time. So this map could be interesting. We might see some very aggressive game here, maybe with castles or siege monks, something like that. And we have extra berries between 2 players, which is all the more interesting this time. I don't think anybody's going to take them, but still, it's funny to see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 relics around, and where's the last relic? I don't see it. Number 5 inside this gate. I'm not sure if you can take the relic from the gate and Fedex point from Fedex access point here from the outside. It might be stuck into the wall, and only opening this gate makes the relic available, accessible, I guess. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Doesn't really matter. I don't think Fedex is going to get this relic. I think DraCoNT should get it if he is actually going for those relics. Now let's see what the maps are actually bringing us, except for this little, let's call it bug here. Of course, usually you don't see this. And I guess the gates have a priority. So this wall, actually, you're not really walled, because Fedex could go in here, and of course DraCoNT could go in through by deleting the gate. I don't know if any of the players is going to do it, but it would be really fun to see villagers just go in and build a castle right on your face. Saying that, we see a main stone that is pretty bugged actually, so Fedex even worse. It's inside, it's relatively safe, but you can't really take this. You can put a mining camp here, and I guess 4 or 5 villages okay, but it's really not pleasant. We have the main goal for Fedex on the far side, but forward. He still cannot see those 2 sheep. Let me actually check. No, couldn't see it. Didn't scout the outside. And there is a 3rd goal and a 2nd stone outside on the far end as well. And we have an extra goal inside his base, as well as the 2nd goal safe. Never sent female to hunt. Did he lose a villager here? I don't know. It's possible. Yes. 1 villager down. And where is the boars? I don't see it. Probably, no, he did. He took the 4 from behind. It's good for him. But he lost a villager here, and this is not good. There is rumors about female villagers tending to bug out against boars. I don't know if it's true. Maybe it's just coincidence, but some players actually tend to use the male villagers to get boars in, which is funny to have. Maybe there is something to it. I haven't really done any research into that. And of course, Fedex is luring his deer. DraCoNT doing the same thing. I think I saw him. Yeah, he opened the wall here, and he's getting the 3 deer either towards the mill or like again between the TC and the barracks, which is nice for him. And I have to take a pause again. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. I hope not every game I'm casting is going to have a phone break here, but once again I had to take that call. And again, it was quite some time between starting the call and ending it now. So let's see, where was I? We were in Dark Age, both players clicked up to Fuel Age, getting last deer in. And let me see, can DraCoNT see the golds here? Yes, he can, that's good for him. And got 3 farms up, and Fedex 3 farms up. Both players on very different populations. 28 villagers for Fedex, but is only 1 minute 20 behind. That's no, it's not 1 minute 20. It's 40 seconds. That's the difference here. And I think DraCoNT lost a villager. That's why the difference is so huge. He went up on technically 27 population, but it was 26. Now getting 2 villagers up. A lot more farms coming up here actually, and Market Blacksmith on the far end. As for Fedex, he's on stone with 3 villagers. He's Market Blacksmith coming up. And DraCoNT is not going on stone here, which is really interesting for me. I really hope that Fedex is just going to go in here and build a castle inside, maybe on the main stone. This would be so funny to see, because it would be using the bug. Maybe they're not going to do it because they say, yeah, it's shit to use the bug map against my opponent. I'm gonna go and do it regular way, but it's still possible. Fedex actually missing those 2 sheep still. DraCoNT cannot see them. Fedex cannot see them by a tile or 2, by 1 tile. Which is not good scouting, to be honest, but it happens. And now Fedex keeping the gate open. DraCoNT saying, damn, he has to send villagers now. He doesn't really have to, because the open gate is not... just did it before, and now saying bye, of course, but it cost a lot of idle time here. That was really worth it. And now DraCoNT is up to Castle Age. Let's see what it's going to do. Let me go on this point of view again, and we have axing. It's close, yeah, the main goal is really close actually. DraCoNT, 1 TC on the second stone on the wood line, another TC coming in the back on the wood line here. So he's going for more of a defensive approach, both are coming in. As for Fedex, he's got 530 stones, so he can go for a castle right now, and almost for an extra TC, I guess, but he's getting the monastery first. A monk coming out immediately, sending villagers now to build a house, and after that the castle. Is he... What is he waiting for? He's Franks. He can build a castle really a lot faster. Is he waiting for a 650? I don't think so. I hope not, because that would be a bad map. Now he's sending the villagers to cover the main gold, probably. 610, and there is the castle coming up. A few villagers and the monk behind the scout outside here. So all makes sense. He is going without the bug here, but he's gonna be attacking the main gold and covering the main stone at the same time. DraCoNT reacting is pulling the villagers off the main gold and going with the mining camp towards the second. So Fedex going the aggressive way again, while DraCoNT trying to boom behind this. Behind, I don't know, Siege Workshop coming up, the castle is going up too, and I think DraCoNT needs a Siege Workshop very soon. This villager is still stuck inside. Oh, 1 villager less working, but he's got 6 more at this point, and he is on stone now with 6 villagers as well. He wants to get a castle up, I think. Maybe even... counter this castle. Siege Workshop coming up here, expected. You need that Siege Workshop, otherwise you will be in huge trouble. And I would love to see some throwing axemen from Fedex here. It's not gonna happen. He's rather going into monks or just siege. 2 mangonels are out actually. But it would be fun, and it's always nice to see the unique units that are actually not so overused. That is, for example, Plumed Archers or the Mangadai, of course. Maybe the Conquistador and Janissary, but seeing like Berserks is really rare, and you can see, or at least in Castle Age, you can see throwing X-Men sometime, and it would be fun to see. It's not going to happen. We have a little bit of mangonel fights incoming eventually, or maybe not, depending on how aggressive Fedex goes here. And I think Fedex enough stone for a second castle almost. Only 1 TC, and not a lot of food, but that's because he just clicked up to Imperial Age. Really nice. I'm assuming he bought some food. No, not really. Got a lot of food in from those like 8, 9 farms. Finally taking the last 2 sheep that he found, and going to Imperial Age could be interesting. I don't know, are we going to see trebuchets coming out? Yeah, as you see the castle come up for DraCoNT, I think this castle is not going to last 5 minutes, because Fedex, or maybe 5, but not like 10, because Fedex is going to be in Imperial Age, and he is going to be able to take down this castle. We should be able to do that. He's got a few monks to counter the upcoming knights from DraCoNT or scouts. What is he doing? No, is he doing anything? I thought I saw the scale barding armor, +1 defense. Are we gonna see? Damn, you clicked already. Oh, and Fedex lying saying no, but yeah, DraCoNT knows. And okay, maybe yes. Fedex is that's really nice. Of course, they're not in a tournament, so why not troll a little bit? But then tell the truth. That's really fair here. Funny to see. Second castle is up actually next to the first one. Didn't see it. And so decide what we have Imperial Age for Fedex. Trebuchet, double trebuchet coming out, wheelbarrow illumination, block printing, so siege and monks actually. A lot of mangonels here behind, taking on the rest of the walls. A ram and a mangonel here, and all night production starting, but that's not going to be enough knights, and there is the monks still, so with like 5 monks you can take down all the knights here, because both armies will go down. This castle is not going to stay up for too long, and DraCoNT only 109 stone right now. He's not even trying to repair, he's sending the villagers to the back. He's going to go for the second and extra gold here, but the castle is going down, which means trouble for DraCoNT here. Does not have the military units he needs to be able to counter this. On the other hand, as long as he's not going to lose the most important buildings here, like the siege workshop just for going down, he may be fine for a bit. On the other hand, 5 trebuchets is huge, and 5 trebuchets are going to take down everything so fast. Of course, DraCoNT is going into full cast stage mode right now, fully upgrading the knights, except for the +2, which is still missing. And I think Fedex knows about the stables. He is getting out throwing axemen, and I guess spears will be next. Yeah, spearman production is starting. Fortune also coming in for Fedex to get a little bit more damage on those knights. One monk going forward, maybe to have a little line of sight here. Oh, and was he trying to get the mangonel? I don't know. Did we see Franks get redemption? I didn't think so. I don't really know. This castle is really ambitious. The knights coming in to take down the villages, and the monks, not a lot of conversions here, not that I could see, and there's a lot of knights in for DraCoNT here. He may be able to defend this. Let me get a better speed here. Now the rams coming up, and the mangonel's behind doing a good job. The monks are all down, or no, that's 2 monks remaining, but that's not a lot, and the knights really strong here. Not enough monks for Fedex here, and now the traps will go down because this one is being attacked by the rams. The others, for now, they're standing here and are safe because the knights are going back. But there's 3 rams attacking this castle right now. I'm assuming Fedex, no, he's not even getting a mangonel here. Finally, he's doing that one. And a lot of knights on the field for DraCoNT, 19 against 9 military units. This castle is not going to go up. I think Fedex should cancel this right now, maybe get a castle behind this. But he lost the villages as well. I think there's like 1 or 2 remaining. Yeah, that's 1 villager attacking the ram here. The knights are again coming in to take down trebuchets, to take down monks. And I think we see heresy here from DraCoNT. Something I totally missed, but it's a really nice investment here. Didn't know Franks had such a good monastery actually. They must be missing something. I guess they don't get redemption, do they? Do they? Or maybe not atonement? I really don't know. But heresy is definitely an upgrade that DraCoNT got, because there's not a single converted knight. There are a few dead ones, but that doesn't help Fedex here. So DraCoNT, I think, is about to win this game. First castle going down, or second castle. This one was never up, but the first castle is down. The siege workshop may go down too, and there's only 1 castle remaining. At the same time, Fedex is, I don't know, does he know what to do here? He's not going to be able to reboom. He's just too far behind. Double villagers for DraCoNT here. And DraCoNT doing the archer range now. Fletching coming in. Does he want to go into, I don't know, crossbows? Or do we see skirmishes here? I'm not too sure what the plan is. Let me check. Right now he's not producing anything, but I don't think he can really afford crossbows, can he? And then again, against the monks, maybe the lead skirmishers is the better choice. Pikemen coming in for Fedex. It could work both ways. Another barracks coming up, and Fedex is sending more villagers forward. He almost has enough stone for another castle. He's got 2 trebuchets remaining. He's got a few monks on the field, and doesn't have a lot of villagers working on gold, to be honest. It's like 4 and 3 here. The rest is on wood and food. Okay, there's a few stone miners still. And the castle coming up at exactly the same spot, or almost exactly. I was judging, no, 1 tile to the left, but more or less the same spot. And we see a lot of archer ranges for DraCoNT. We do see archer production starting, and the crossbow will come in very soon. Mangonel fight, and the traps are actually starting to hit the knights, maybe, or is it the siege workshop? This castle should go up, 1 for 1 here. That's alright. This trebuchet is going to go down, unless no, DraCoNT actually going back. Don't understand, really. He just lost 1 knight here to conversion, and now Padded Archer armor coming in, all except for crossbow, which is interesting. DraCoNT, I think, has big advantage, but he doesn't really have a way to get rid of this forward. Not yet. And he might need to add in Lightcav. That would be really nice now. He's still producing knights, maybe saying, yeah, I got heresy, why should I go Lightcav when I can go knights? But they both cost gold, and DraCoNT is low on gold, getting a few houses now on the outside. outside, and even a ram to maybe get counter-attack on Fedex base. Really nice decision here. He can afford this right now because Fedex is not really pushing too hard. He's getting a second TC on DraCoNT's main gold right now. But I think DraCoNT's still in a nice position, and he should not lose this, in my opinion. He should be able to get rid of this. He needs Lightcap, definitely, or go up to Imperial Age. This may be another option, but I would prefer to see Lightcap right now instead of the crossbows, to be honest. Because crossbows are not really going to do a lot against mangonels, and Lightcap would be like really strong. Send the Knights, send the Lightcap behind, and take down everything there is. A few rams in the back, but DraCoNT is choosing to go another way, and Fedex started to wall behind this, but I think those walls will go down eventually, unless the crossbows are being pulled away. The Fedex trying to attack here, using the pikemen, starting a lot of conversions, and I think there's a lot of Knights going down right now. The mangonel shots on the crossbows, taking down all of them before the mangonel dies, and now the monks have to go back because Fedex can't really micro this. This is a lot harder than it looks here. It's so hard to singly micro the monks to take down the knights, to convert them. And for now, Fedex is fine, but the monks are inside the TC, so DraCoNT is fine, but Fedex, he's alright with that, I guess, and he's starting to convert again. Is he only going to get one conversion with all the monks here? No, he's got Theocracy upgrade, that's no problem here. And TC really good here. Lightcap finally being researched by DraCoNT, I think too late. I think he should have done it earlier. Maybe he can still pull it around. But Fedex, once he gets rolling, we may see trouble for DraCoNT here. Lightcap almost done. Do we see any more trebuchets coming out? Fedex throwing X-Men actually. Really nice to see the unique unit from the Franks. And 2 TCs, 2 extra TCs inside DraCoNT space. DraCoNT at the same time not able to go in. Also a mistake in my opinion. He should have focused on disturbing the eco from Fedex. This would have been really strong like this. DraCoNT, I think, with a few wrong decisions. Crossbow is not a good idea. At least in my opinion. It could work, but it's hard to do. Lightcap is good, but a little bit too late. And not going into the base from Fedex, another bad idea in my opinion again. Let's see if Fedex can actually take this game from here on, because population-wise, of course, there's 40 population difference, that's the villages, but military units, that's really close from the numbers, and Fedex got the trebuchets, he's got the Imperial Age upgrades on the monks, he's got throwing X-Men from 2 castles, which they are pretty decent actually. Of course not against a lot of knights, but the help of the monks can work. Also a few pikemen of course in the mix, iron casting coming from both players, and trebuchet is still hitting the buildings. Now DraCoNT deciding to get a castle up and go in with the knights, with a few Lightcap and the crossbows behind that. No mangonels for Fedex, and the crossbows are going to work very decent here I think, and the monks are going away immediately. This trebuchet is going to go down, the siege workshop is going to stand, and this castle is going to go up as well. Now DraCoNT needs to push. He needs to take this game from here, otherwise losing another castle, losing another big army, he may not recover from that unless he's taking everything Fedex has. The monks just standing there, the knights approaching, now Fedex saw it and getting the monks into the castle in time. This trebuchet popped out and going down immediately. 2 rams attacking, another ram going for the TC. I think he should focus on the castles first, and DraCoNT again needs a few more Lightcap. Fedex with a lot of gold in the bank. And DraCoNT, is he going for more Lightcap here? No, he's started knights again. I don't know about the knights, to be honest. Seems to work for now. One mangonel out now to eventually take down the crossbows. This castle is actually a really nice placement. DraCoNT may be very low in gold. Oh yes, look at this. We don't have extra resources outside. We only had the one inside. DraCoNT's the one inside Fedex base. So he needs this gold here. Makes sense to take down this TC then, and I think DraCoNT needs to invest everything he has. Handcard only coming in now, a little bit late. Lightcap projection really strong, really huge, and even a petard coming in. I think Pikeman would have been a nice addition as well, but you can't go all the units I guess. And Fedex for now able to keep the castle up, so DraCoNT failing to take down any TCs or the castles here. Maybe you should have focused on one. I think that would have been a bad idea. Crossbows, in my opinion, a little bit of a waste. This TC should finally go down. That was petard, so only 400 HP remaining. There's a few villages going down. Fedex has 66 right now. It's going to be less in a few seconds. And DraCoNT should be able to take this gold. I think a little wall here, maybe a gate on that TC would be very helpful for DraCoNT. This TC finally going down. On the other hand, the trebuchet hitting the castle now. And I think Fedex is going to go for more traps. His eco is untouched for all the game. Another TC coming out to take the third gold here, because his main gold is out and the second gold about to go out. Well, 1500 gold left. Fedex cannot see the extra gold inside his base. Scouting mistake. Players should use more sheep scouting in my opinion. And earlier, DraCoNT now going elite skirmishes. He's got all the upgrades, so why not? But I think he needed pikes and a lot of them. And Fedex low on resources, DraCoNT not too much more. And the TCs went down. DraCoNT sending a lot of villagers, 95 villagers in total, to get this gold now. And he desperately needs gold if he wants to get more siege out. He also is not taking stone because the main stone is covered. The second stone ran out quite some time ago, I guess. And with DraCoNT not able to take down this castle, I think he may be losing this game now. He's in a score lead. He is in a huge population lead, but he needs to take a good fight. And this is a really, really great choke point for Fedex. DraCoNT only sending half his army, has to send it back, taking a lot of damage here from the pikemen, not getting anything. The castle is down. And now there's 5, 6, 7 rams. So we're gonna see a little ram train. It makes sense, but he needs to take down the mangonels first, otherwise the rams are really useless. And Fedex going forward a little bit, really cautious here. And DraCoNT, I'm still waiting for DraCoNT to take a good fight here and to take down the castles. At the same time, Fedex has had so much time. He's in 71 population, he's getting a lot more villagers, and he's going to be able to spam a lot of units very soon. Being an Imperial Age, he may be able to get Halberdier in at some point. And we have a fight. We go a little bit slower again. The mangonels taking down a lot of crossbows here. Of course, the light cav doing the job, and now the knights coming in from behind. Still no converted knights. They're all going to go down to the monks here. And the rams a little bit too far behind. I think he should have sent them earlier here. DraCoNT losing a lot of his army. 35 against 22 right now. There's still monks on the field. The trebuchet is hitting whatever they can, actually hitting the elite skirmishers. Nice decision here. And Fedex has enough eco going to get more units out. And he's producing throwing axemen. He's producing pikemen and mangonels. And now the rams finally reaching the castle. Too late. There is no military units remaining, and the mangonel behind. Let's see. I don't even think he's going to be able to get down this castle. He's got terrible movement coming in. The walls really not protecting, but they're in his way, and he's going back, losing a lot of units. And Fedex, I think, is going to be able to recover quite easily now. 95 population for him, that's 75 villagers, and it's going to be more and more. At the same time, the DraCoNT is low on gold still. He's not taking this relic. Fedex got like 4 relics. Yes, he's got a good gold income by that. Doesn't need to sell resources. His resources are very low, but he's investing a lot, and he still managed to keep these 2 castles up, and that's amazing. I don't know, this game, it's not top level, not like 2K4, but it's a high level game, and we've seen a few mistakes, but we've seen great attacks, great holds for now. Let's go a little bit faster again. 76 seems to be pretty fast, but it's alright for me at this point. DraCoNT 2K wood. He needs to invest either in Imperial Age, but I don't think he's going to reach Imperial Age this game, or, and that's the better option, into a lot of army, and I think he needed pikemen. You need something to take down siege, you need something to take down maybe even buildings. Pikemen not all that strong, but they could have helped him. And now the knights are going out, another castle coming up for Fedex, and I don't know who axed here, but I guess Fedex can see DraCoNT going around, and so he knows the knights are coming in, so he can actually protect his villagers by just putting them into TC. And he's gonna do that right now. Hospital coming in for Fedex as well. Walling DraCoNT in apparently, and still untouched eco except for the few knight raids right now. The monks actually going back to take down the knights. Really nice. Of course, 12 range monks means you can take down running knights as well. Now a few rams coming forward. Elite skirmishers trying to take down the mangonel. 44 HP remaining. First ram is down. The light cav moving in. in, a lot of Rams moving in. This may be a good fight here for DraCoNT, using the Knights to keep the focus away from the forward that Fedex has, and I think this castle should go down now. Nice attack here, only 3 or 4 Rams attacking this castle, now it's gonna be more, and Fedex may be in trouble. He needs to go back to the monks, but he's getting his own Knights now, and this is huge. Knights against all the skirmishers in Lightcav is gonna be a huge asset for Fedex here, to call it, say it like that. I think Cavaliers should come in very soon. And after that, DraCoNT may be in big trouble. DraCoNT resources actually looking decent, and he's managed to take down the Siege Workshop and the castle without losing too many Rams here. Doesn't have too many military units though. 56, it's a decent number. And 42 for Fedex means Fedex still with the advantage here. Knights going against pikemen and elite skirmishers behind that. Maybe not the best fight, but I think there is enough knights to take down a few of those elite skirmishers. And there is no pikemen for DraCoNT. Only now pikemen coming in. That's too late, I think. So Fedex may be able to take down a lot of that 45 remaining military units. Getting with the mangonel there and the monks now. The trebuchets coming behind, another siege workshop, and DraCoNT actually calling GG. Saying well played. Amazing game here, starting with a bugged map, starting with a really nice forward here. The castle fell twice, but in the end Fedex managed to reboom basically among those 57 minutes and take this game. Very impressive. DraCoNT, I think, with 2 mistakes maybe, the crossbows. And very late Lightcav. He could have gotten rid of this forward a lot earlier. Not happening this game, a game to learn from, I guess. Hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next game. GG.